Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today YouTube dislikes are finally dead, at least to the public it seems. Now ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever been on YouTube, you know that at the bottom of the video there is a like option and a dislike option. At the end of every single video that I make, I ask you all if you like the video, like it, if you dislike it, dislike it. That's because I like hearing your opinion. Now, to understand, on YouTube, when it comes to most creators, generally you look at people who get a crap ton of likes to dislikes, right? So usually, for me at least, 99% like ratios is what I expect on the videos. 98%, and if I have a juicy, spicy hot take, 97%, okay? It really does depend on it. And I think the truth, that general average is there for most other people on the platform making content. Now, to understand, dislikes exist for a multitude of reasons, but YouTube has actually decided to eschew them. So to understand, this is one of their tweets: to reduce targeted dislike attacks and their impacts on creators, especially on smaller creators, you'll no longer see a public dislike count on YouTube starting today. The dislike button is staying. This comes after lots of research, testing, and consideration. Now, to understand, you can still see the dislikes on your actual homepage. You can still see the dislikes through YouTube Studio. Now, there's been a lot of discussion as to this really pertains to assisting YouTubers, especially when it comes to the mental health regarding YouTube metrics. Now, to understand, that's all fine and dandy. I'm sure for a lot of YouTubers, looking at a rapidly increasing dislike count could probably be pretty bad for your mental health. But if you're gonna get rid of dislikes for that reason, you should probably get rid of them on the studio page as well, because guess what? They're still gonna see it. They're still going to see the dislikes. Now, to understand, YouTube wants to target people who are actually using the dislike button for targeted harassment. So to give you a quick example, let's say that you're on like YouTube and you're watching a Nikocado avocado video, okay? I've already talked about this individual before, but ladies and gentlemen, 3 weeks ago, Nikocado made a video that's got 2.2 million views. You click on this video and very quickly you'll find out, whoa, 34,000 likes, but 105,000 dislikes. There's a lot of history to why these people get dislikes on their videos. But this is something that YouTube wants to stop. So basically, as time goes on, you and I aren't going to be seeing the dislikes anymore. So when we click on a hot, juicy Nikocado video, we won't be able to see the people that dislike the content. We'll only be able to see those 22,000 likes on this video. That's the general idea we're going for, buckos. And this also extends to the brands. You know, big brands like to make YouTube videos. Here's Nintendo Switch Online and expansion pack. Remember we talked about this? The fact that Nintendo wanted to sell you bargain bin ROMs emulating terribly for a upmarked value every year? Yeah, this got disliked 175,000 times. Now, to understand, that makes a lot of sense. We gamers dislike this dog shit from Nintendo. But if YouTube gets rid of the dislikers' voice, well, congratulations. You only know about the 18,000 people out of 1.4 million viewers that are like, gee golly gosh, I love this. That's the general idea of getting rid of likes and dislikes. Now, to understand, many platforms don't even have a dislike button, okay? Because it would be negative on the internet. But if you go onto Twitter, where likes aren't even a thing, there's something that's called a ratio, okay? So basically, you'll get 6,300 likes, but then they'll give you 12,000 quote retweets. See, these quote tweets are basically dislikes. Every time you click on it, it's just a juicy take after a juicy take after a juicy take. Human beings are ingenious creatures. If you take away the dislike feature, they'll find another way to dislike the content anyways. So by getting rid of the dislike feature, you effectively kill half of the voice on a video, okay? The people that are disagreeing. It's sometimes magnitudes higher. Do I agree that YouTube dislikes are used for harassment? Obviously. To an extent, for some creators, for a very, very, very minority creator group, like for basically a few people on the platform, I agree. It's definitely used for that reason. But as a general, these dislikes are used to weed out genuinely bad videos from the pool. So people who click on a bad video get a quick idea of, should I watch it? Should it be worth my time? There you go. Now, YouTube made a video with good old friend Matt Koval, who's basically YouTube creator liaison. I don't want to crap on Matt. I feel like Matt sort of put up on here to make the video. He's bringing out YouTube's perspective to the general world. He's gotten 18,000 dislikes on this video. Matt's a cool guy. I've talked to him. He's an awesome dude right there. But Matt basically goes over a few of the ideas that I have as well.
that YouTube announced it was experimenting with making dislike counts private to only the creator of the video. Now, if you're like me, you were surprised by that. I mean, I've always thought seeing the number of dislikes on a video helps us know as viewers if it's a good video or not, if it's a helpful tutorial or not, or if what a creator is saying in their video is generally agreed with or not.
Now, to understand, you know, Matt's got a good head on his shoulders when he talks about it. He covered a very good salient point on this entire topic. If you go and type in GTA 5 on Android, iOS, this is a scam that many kids still fall for. Basically, if you haven't went through puberty, you're probably going to fall for this nonsense. So if you click on anybody's channel like GTA V Mobile, how I download GTA 5 on iOS and Android cell phones, you might think this is nonsense, but with 1 million views, I bet you there's a couple kiddos on the internet who wonder, oh boy, I get to play GTA Among Us with the boys. So let's click on this video. Now, immediately when you click onto it, you'll find out, damn, son, they've got like 3.1 thousand dislikes. Shit. Oh no. Oh no, they're telling you to install games. They're making you go through surveys. Look at that. They're getting kids to download crappy profiles. This is not normal. You do not do this, children. You're gonna get your data stolen. The game will not run. This is lying to you. They don't even show the game playing, so it doesn't even matter. Of course, the internet's getting a lot better with it. You'll definitely find out that these channels are definitely involved in, at least from what it appears to be, on the surface level, some level of manipulation of the engagement metrics. But that's a whole different story. Speaking of comments and like a very disgustingly low amount in proportion to the views on certain videos, I would rather YouTube have targeted things like comment bot spam, which I covered a couple weeks ago, before I flew out to Los Angeles, where people were using the YouTube like verified subscriber system to constantly send botted messages, basically fluff up their numbers. Or sometimes there's a bunch of people on YouTube who basically are some of the most negative, nastiest individuals who basically jump onto any high engagement video and throw in phrases like, this YouTuber's into blah 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 is dead, or something very disgusting. YouTube could have easily targeted things like that. YouTube could have implemented things like allowing creators to allow only people with 2-factor authenticated accounts to comment on their videos, to dramatically cut down on that kind of stuff. Instead, they focused on an absolute topic that nobody really needed. Tons of creators out there are okay with the entire dislike button out there. In fact, what's baffling to me is why they have to remove the dislike system at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a creator that wanted to hide your dislike counter anyways, you absolutely 100% could. There are YouTubers out there that'll tell you how to download GTA 5 on free for iPhone. As soon as you click on it, the like to dislike is disabled. Nobody's able to tell right over here. Granted, that looks bad in the grand populace of YouTube, but ladies and gentlemen, the option to hide dislikes publicly is already available. Why not allow us to have the option to present our dislikes just publicly anyways? Why is that not a feature on YouTube? I'd actually be okay with this entire system if people were just allowed to display their likes and dislikes normal. Most YouTubers and most situations, in most scenarios, the dislike feature, while yes, can be used to harass a bunch of people, is generally used to indicate if a video is actually worth watching. Imagine the amount of actual scams that are going to happen now simply because this very, very tiny but actual helpful feature in regard to that is now officially basically being removed. How many people are going to fall for things like crypto nonsense, like NFT garbage, like free PayPal stuff? How many people are going to fall for random free malware video games being sent to their actual phone devices now that this feature is basically being taken away? It is absolutely baffling that YouTube has jumped down this way, and honestly, I would have expected, given their last experiment and the amount of backlash they received even back then, they probably would have stepped down and called it a day. But no, YouTube has doubled, if not tripled down, and we are now losing a pretty important feature of our social media platform, the dislike button. You may not come to understand its actual use case in certain cases, but when it comes to a creator and when it comes to us identifying proper videos on the platform as a whole, it's an absolute useful tool, and to see it go away is kind of a weird chapter for YouTube. It's been here basically since the beginning. We had the original 5-star system, we had the likes to dislike, hell, they took away some of the colors so it didn't look like a goddamn lightsaber half the time, but now we've straight up lost the dislike. So ladies and gentlemen, if you liked the video, please like it, comment, subscribe, and if you dislike the video, Well, dislike it, because at least I'll be able to see it. I mean, I'll do whatever I can with that. You know, you can hurt my feelings in the background. I'm a big boy. I can take it. This is me, Mudaharan. I am out.